Hey guys, Nova Dragon here. I want to wish you guys a very happy 4th of July, especially those in the States. I know that a lot of my viewers are international and you guys might not care as much about the 4th of July, but you know, in the US of A, it's a pretty big holiday. I don't have any big plans. I'll probably just game for the most part, but it'll be a worthwhile day. Just to give you guys some background about the video that is happening behind my voice, this is a TDM on Karkand. As you'll see, I pretty much have a strategy. Some people would call it camping. I don't. And you guys can vote on that if you'd like to. But essentially, what I do is I get to this alleyway or tunnel across from the Conquest A flag, and I pretty much bunker down there. My buddy, who is actually the reason why I'm posting this video, he had his best performance pretty much ever. Fortunately, I was recording, so he's gonna want to take a look at this one. But yeah, so he dropped down his TUGs, dropped down his spawn beacon. I was working on unlocking stuff for the G53, which I'll get to a little bit later in this video. But anyway, yeah, we just cover both entrances. The enemy spawns basically on one side, so it's not a problem to cover everything properly. A little bit of news for you guys. At the end of my last video, completely the end, my headset just completely trashed. I can plug it in, I hear tons of static, and I think there's something wrong with the cable. The headset itself is, it's in perfectly good condition, but I think the cord that connects it, the USB cable, has some malfunction in it. It doesn't really matter what computer I plug it into, it has the same staticky stuff, and then every once in a while it'll recognize as a headset, but it'll then malfunction again and not recognize. So the Windows will try to install the drivers and it just won't work. So anyway, hopefully I'll be getting a new headset. In the meantime, I'm using my PS3 wireless stereo headset. It has a handy dandy USB dongle thing, so you just plug it right in and turn it on and it works just fine. A good part about this is that all of my game sounds, all of my PC sounds can also run through this, so I can hear people behind me, I can do all that stuff. If you guys want to know more about this headset, there are some mixed reviews online, but I'd be happy to talk with you about it. I hear they're coming out with a new one as well, but it's going to run upwards of $100, so I still say that this one is a pretty good deal. Alright, so I've got 3 items on my list for talking for today. The first, as some of you guys know, I have not switched over from playing Battlefield on the PS3 to the PC, but I have added to my Battlefield 3 repertoire, and I am now playing it on the PC. I actually just got my first game with Culprit last night. Tried to get those tags, but he's got a lot of buddies defending him, so it'll have to wait for another day. But, Battlefield 3 on PC, it is pretty fantastic, but there's also some problems with it. So I do not have a high-end computer. Most people say that to play Battlefield 3 you have to have at least an $800 computer, and you have to have XX graphics card. And well, I got my computer used off of a website, cowboom.com. I love this website. And you guys should definitely check it out. And then I installed a $100 graphics card and a $50 power supply, and so I got my Battlefield 3 PC up and running for about 300 bucks. It's not too shabby. I already had a monitor, I have a TV, so all that stuff is good. But yeah, it runs Battlefield 3, but it is a little choppy. I experience quite a few frames per second drops. Typically I'm at 30 or under, and I realize that I'm not getting the full PC experience, but I'm having a lot of fun playing on PC. Met some great guys like Ertzy and Laser. You've seen them around, I'm sure. There are plenty more benefits and negatives that I could talk about, but those are the ones I wanted to cover today. It's possible I'll be doing another video solely about the difference between PS3 and PC. I might include some footage that I recorded on PC just so you guys know what kind of choppiness I'm talking about. I can manage it, but it can be difficult at times. Fortunately, I've got a decent internet connection, so it's rarely a lag issue. Alright, the second topic I would like to talk to you guys about today is also probably going to turn into a video or a series of some sort, but it is, why do I play Battlefield 3? Now this is a pretty good question. Most people have posted some sort of video about it, but for me, I think it kind of goes back to, there's a book called The Strengths Finder, or The Strengths Finder 2.0, or something like that. Anyway, it's this personality test, sort of. It's not really a personality test, it's a strengths finder, and it kind of tells you some stuff about yourself. And though I can't remember which ones I am for sure, I know that one of mine that scored extremely high was input. Now, input basically means I like collecting things. It doesn't have to be, you know, stamps or matchbooks. I have a pretty extensive DVD and video game collection, so that might explain something. But also, within games, I like upgrading things. And so, Battlefield 3 is kind of an ideal game for me, because, you know, I pretty much play Assault for the most part. And so, I've been playing PC for, what is it, a week and a half now, and I've already got my first service star on Assault. So you can unlock all these guns, you can unlock all these attachments for each of the guns, you can unlock all these equipments. Now we're looking forward to some camos for the premium subscribers, but I love to feel the accomplishment of unlocking things. Battlefield 3 gives us assignments. I typically handle those, well, less so on PC, but more so on PlayStation 3. I handle those within, you know, 2 days of when they come out. It's the fulfillment of getting everything accomplished that really pushes me forward. With that said, I also love just playing Battlefield 3. Its gameplay is, I think, maybe the funnest. It's definitely in the top 5 of games I've played in my life. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I was huge into Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne. It was just such a fun game. I think I would label that one as my #1 game of all time. Certainly in terms of play hours, I don't even want to know what I clocked in there. Anyway, so getting back off of that tangent, one of the reasons I play Battlefield 3 is just because I love to unlock things, and I love the gameplay. So that'll most likely turn into another video at some point, but as for now, I think you guys have an understanding. On a similar note about me really liking to unlock things and collect things, the third item on my list today is to talk to you guys about DayZ, the Arma 2 mod. I just got this, I think, on Saturday, so that makes it 5 days ago, and I have to say, I love it. And it probably pulls a little bit from my love of collecting things, um, just because you run around this open world first-person shooter and you have to collect a can of food or else you'll die, or you have to collect bandages because when you start bleeding you'll die, or you have to find a water pump or a lake to fill your water bottle or you'll die. Amongst other things, you can collect new weapons. You should go check out Ertzy's channel. I'll try to put a link in the description below. He's posted some videos of our gameplay experience so far. Unfortunately, both of our characters just got killed by other players, so we're kind of having to start from square one again, which is unfortunate because he just unlocked a ghillie suit, or he didn't unlock it, he found a ghillie suit, and I had the biggest backpack. We were doing really good, but no, I'm not going to blame him. It's not his fault. But the person who killed him got some revenge. So I shot him in the head, as you'll probably, well, you won't see on the video, but you'll hear about it. Anyway, this DayZ mod is incredible. One thing I should say real quick, the physics engine of Arma 2 is not anywhere near as good as the physics engine of Battlefield 3, or even Modern Warfare, Call of Duty games. It's almost too realistic. You think, I'm controlling these, special ops, at least military trained personnel, and when I aim down the sights, I have a hard time hitting a zombie if they're more than, 50 meters, 100 meters away. Whereas I think that in real life I would have that hard of a problem. But my video game self should be better than that. Maybe that would make an excellent video sometime too. Just the difference between real life and video games. Zombies, there are cities you go through and you loot them. There are other players on your server. I think the biggest server I've seen is 50. I typically stay away from servers with that many people on them though, because that means there's that many people who could also potentially turn on you and kill you. One time I met this guy named Brian, and he had a broken leg, so I dropped some morphine for him, and he appreciated that quite a bit. Anyway, that just about wraps this video up. I hope you guys had a good time watching. You guys should leave a comment. Saying whether or not you think I was camping, or whether I was just playing strategically, using some tactics. TDM is less about a team and a tactic, but that doesn't mean I can't use a tactic and a teammate in TDM. So it just makes it easier if you have one place to hold down instead of wandering throughout the map. So leave a comment. Don't forget to like this video. I touched on a lot of topics. Hopefully you guys will like it. It's turned out to be a fairly long video, but the video playing behind was a pretty long video as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel up in the top left up there. Yeah, I really would appreciate it. The more subscribers I have, the more likely I'll do increased rate of videos. So if you guys like what you see, like it and comment, and I'll give you more. This is Nova X Dragon signing off. You guys have a very, very happy 4th of July.